The Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, is shrouded in secrecy. Its operatives work in the shadows, their missions often unknown to the world. Their objective to protect Israel from its enemies, no matter the cost. They are the silent guardians of a nation born from conflict. The Mossad's reputation precedes it. Known for its ruthlessness and efficiency, it has been linked to daring operations around the globe. From hunting down Nazi war criminals to disrupting terrorist plots, its reach is long, and its methods, often controversial, are effective. The agency's origins lie in the ashes of the Holocaust, a stark reminder of the dangers faced by the Jewish people. This history instilled a deep-seated belief in the need for a strong intelligence apparatus, one capable of anticipating threats and acting decisively to neutralize them. In the early 1960s, a new threat emerged, one that would test the Mossad's capabilities and push it to the limits of its mandate: Egypt's pursuit of ballistic missiles. The year was 1962. The world watched with bated breath as the Cuban Missile Crisis unfolded, bringing the United States and the Soviet Union to the brink of nuclear war. In the Middle East, another, less publicized arms race was brewing. Egypt, under the leadership of Gamal Abdel Nasser, sought to bolster its military capabilities. Nasser's ambitions went beyond conventional weaponry. He aimed to acquire ballistic missiles, tipped with chemical warheads. The prospect of a nuclear-armed Egypt sent shockwaves through Israel. The memory of the Holocaust, the constant threat of annihilation from hostile neighbors, these factors fueled a deep-seated fear within the Israeli psyche. Israel at the time lacked the resources and technology to develop its own nuclear deterrent, their only option to prevent Egypt from acquiring these weapons in the first place. The task fell to the Mossad. The Cold War cast a long shadow over the Middle East. The region became a chessboard for the superpowers, each vying for influence and control. Egypt, under Nasser, leaned towards the Soviet bloc, receiving substantial military aid. This alliance worried Israel, which relied heavily on support from the West, particularly the United States. The German scientists presented a unique challenge. They were not soldiers or politicians, they were civilians, albeit ones with knowledge that could tip the balance of power in the region. The Mossad, accustomed to operating in the shadows, now faced a moral dilemma. Could they justify targeting individuals who were not directly involved in hostilities? Could they risk the international backlash that would surely follow if their actions were exposed? The answer, it seemed, was a resounding yes. Section 4, Operation Damocles, a campaign of fear. Operation Damocles, as it came to be known, was a campaign of intimidation and targeted assassinations aimed at disrupting Egypt's missile program. The Mossad's primary targets were German scientists and engineers working on the project. Agents were dispatched to Europe, where they infiltrated German companies involved in the Egyptian missile program. They gathered intelligence, identified key personnel, and began a campaign of psychological warfare. Threatening letters were sent to scientists and their families. Packages, rigged with explosives, arrived on doorsteps. The message was clear: cease your work or face the consequences. The campaign of fear reached its peak with the assassination of several high-profile scientists. Section 5. The Price of Progress. Operation Damocles remains one of the Mossad's most controversial operations. It raised serious ethical questions about the use of extrajudicial killings and the targeting of civilians, even in the name of national security. The operation did succeed in delaying Egypt's missile program, but at a cost. The assassinations strained relations between Israel and West Germany, a country still grappling with its Nazi past. The international community condemned the killings, forcing Israel to deny any involvement. The Mossad, operating under a veil of secrecy, could neither confirm nor deny its role. Section 6. A Legacy of Shadows. Operation Damocles casts a long shadow over the Middle East. It serves as a stark reminder of the lengths to which nations will go to ensure their security, even if it means resorting to morally questionable tactics. The operation also highlights the dangers of nuclear proliferation, particularly in volatile regions like the Middle East. The pursuit of such weapons can trigger arms races and destabilize entire regions. The lessons of Operation Damocles remain relevant today. In a world facing new threats, from terrorism to cyber warfare, the line between right and wrong can become blurred. The The Mossad, with its history of clandestine operations, serves as a reminder that some battles are fought in the shadows, far from the public eye.